Hello Virgo, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn, supportive oracle cards, the Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, in case you have heard me on other videos or maybe previous Virgo videos. I've been looking for it, I found it, and I'm happy to use it now. Alright, what do we have for Virgo? Starting to feel a little hot here, so hold on. Hold on. Okay. You've got good cards. Alright, what's going on? Let's find out. Alright, coming in, there's this funnel action. What somebody else is doing and what you're doing are starting to merge together. For a lot of you, this could be a work situation. Possible it's family or other situation too. But the reason I'm saying it could be very work related is because I get the Skull of Light with the Queen of Cups. Even though it's the Queen of Cups, I'm getting you're doing good at something. And you're like, this is on track. In fact, maybe it's a little ahead and you like that. It's kind of like I got some stuff, I banked up some stuff here, so I got a little bit of cushion here. So if things get, if things get a little bit, rough at one point, I'm ahead anyway, so it's not going to knock me down. It's good. So I'm getting the Skull of Light with the Queen of Cups, whatever it is you're doing, you're oh, I'm ahead of it. I'm ahead of it. So if things get busy, I'm gonna be okay because I got this slack I can take up anyway. It's good. That's how it starts, and then this comes in. Which these are good cards, but the thing is, when you have things already on plan, already on track, if somebody starts adding in other variables, it's wait a minute. I was doing well on my own. Everything was going well, thank you. Okay, so I have to add this in. Alright. It's kind of I was doing really well, and now somebody's adding something else in, and they're very happy. They got success. They got the cauldron. The mixing in with the cauldron is what I'm getting with this. Just to be fair, I'm an intuitive reader. I go with what I'm getting off the card. So if you have this deck and you feel differently about the card, that's cool. Go with your meaning. But what I'm getting from this is somebody's mixing something into the situation, and they're this is great. We can go even farther. Let's do this. Let's add this in. And you're okay. I already had this under control. Alright. Because it kind of it's not you're against things being better, but you're kind of yeah, but we got to make sure we don't lose what we already had. And just because somebody wants to make something better, it doesn't always match, and sometimes that can be an issue. So you're not sold on it right off the bat. I'm getting the zombie card, but with I feel that Queen of Cups kind of lurches over here too a little bit, kind of alright, hold on. I think this is good. It's a little when I feel the zombie card for you guys, it's kind of that fear, what's really going on. Something is changing here. Do I really like it? Am I amused by this? It's kind of I feel I'm kind of getting that zombie movie feel. It's a movie. It's kind of it's a little scary. It's a little, get your heart racing a little bit, but all in all, when all is said and done, everything's okay, because when the movie's over, it was just a movie. So it's kind of that feeling. This is adding in, it's not bad. Once it kind of comes into play and it settles in where I need it to, actually it is really good. Actually it is really good for me. Actually I'm really liking it. It just takes a minute, because you're I don't want to screw up what I was already doing well. Okay, this works. Alright, let's try it. And after a cycle or so, I don't know how long that would be, maybe a couple weeks even, you're yeah, I think this is melding in good. Yeah, okay. And the longer it goes, you're yeah, this works. Yeah, this is good. It's kind of Virgo's very much prove it to me. You say that's going to work, but I need to see the proof. I need to see it in action. I need to see it actually working. And and you'll take into account, hey, yeah, this works for other people, but I need to make sure it's going to work for me. I need to see the proof. I need to see it actually in motion. Eternal Love, very good, very good. There are some rubbing motion, how do I call it, the grinding of gears. I almost feel it's kind of as this is coming together, there's a little bit of a grinding of gears feel, kind of oh, I don't know if that really matches, let's try to fix that, let's try to do this a little better, let's see, this isn't how you use this machine, how do we How does this supposed to go? It's kind of like you're grinding the gears in the sense of like, it's a new machine. This is how I'm used to using it, using this type of machine, but this machine doesn't work that way. So it's kind of like I have to figure out the correct way to use it so we don't have the grinding of the gears. So there is a working through it. And I'm looking at the jack-o'-lantern and the it's right there, Seven of Wands. Like my brain, I can see the card. I can't say the name. I like the jack-o'-lantern card. Some people don't. I think it's all about how you relate to it. The reason I'm saying this is because it can be a symbol of protection. It can be a symbol of fun. It can be a symbol of like, oh boy, what's happening here? It's kind of all wrapped in one. It's kind of like a symbol of protect. Like the situation is protected. It is a bit fun, but it also is kind of like, okay, what's going on here? All at the same time. It's a little complicated, a little bit chaotic. That's what the Seven of Wands do. It's a little chaotic. Even though the energy is good, and something about even though it does come together, it does start showing, it fits. Whatever this new situation is, it does fit. There's still a little bit of chaotic energy here. Something that's a bit of a variable, kind of like, yeah, these first 2 weeks it works, but I got to keep my eye on it. And every now and then it just kind of jumps out of line, so I have to keep my eye on it so I can put it back in line and make sure that didn't cause any damage. It's kind of like you have to watch it a little bit. There's a little bit of a chaotic energy here, but there is a better outcome. There's a higher return rate. So it's not bad, but it definitely takes a little bit more policing, would you say? Monitoring? Monitoring, that's the word we want. Takes a little bit more monitoring with it. Not bad. Okay, so we're almost halfway through here. Where's this next section coming in? Okay. I don't know how you're going to feel about this. We have to get a little further into it. Seven of Cups comes in with the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is an observation. Because I was kind of like, I was looking at this, like, that's kind of strange for Virgo to make quick left turns. It's not normal. With just Virgo, stereotypical Virgo energy. Like, you might have something else going on in your chart. Maybe you're a person that is a Virgo that has some little spontaneity to you. Cool. But what I'm getting for the majority of people watching this, there's going to be like you're watching somebody make a quick motion and considering other options, or you're realizing like something isn't right here. And you're trying to be like, wait, what are they doing? This energy you have to keep an eye on. It's like it's kind of going off in the field, and you're like, hey, whoa, I think it's outside my reach. I don't think I can bring that back. Can somebody else bring that back? It's almost like if you're working a farm and one of the animals breaks through the fence and kind of takes off down following the river. And you're like, I have to watch the rest of these animals. I have things I got to do. I can't go chasing that one. I got other things that have to get done. Can somebody else go get it? Because I can't chase it. It's kind of like that feel. And you're kind of like, what's the deal? Where's that going? What's going on with that? You're watching something happen randomly. Ace of Cups with the Seven of Swords is what you're seeing happen. So the Ace of Cups is like, I feel like somebody's just doing what they want to do. How do I put this? It's like when you're hanging out with friends and you all agreed that you were going to spend the weekend together. And then, midnight at Friday comes and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I got to go. And they just kind of like, yeah, so-and-so wants to see me. I have to go. And they just kind of go. And you're like, oh. It's kind of like one of those things. Kind of like we made plans to hang out all weekend and you just kind of bolted on me. But they're kind of like, yeah, I got to. I have to follow what I want. This is like, it's almost like they're following a better offer. It's when you get ditched for a better offer. I'm trying to say it in a nice way, but it's annoying because that's rude. That's real rude. I don't like how that sounds. But the thing is, I don't know. You've been paying attention to this though. You see it happening, right? Okay, yeah. Because you're not really having a bad reaction to this. You watch it happen. You're observing it. It's happening. Something random goes on. You're like, what's the deal with that? Happens. They're like, I have to follow my pleasure. Sorry, I was going to do that, but I'm not now. Got to go. And they bolt. They kind of ditch you. Yet you get this King of Cups energy. I don't think this is going to shock you. I think you've been watching this energy the whole time, and and I feel like for the majority of you, you're kind of planning for it. Like, they don't seem like they're very stable. So I'm going to have backup things. It's almost kind of like, I'm hoping this weekend to hang out and have a good time, and I'm all ready for that. But if it doesn't, I'll catch up on this, I'll catch up on that, and I'll go, there's some people I can just go and see and just go on random visits. There's things like, you have other things in mind. Like if that falls through, I'll do plan B. And you see it coming. I think that's why you have the King of Cups, because you're not upset about it. I'm kind of like floored, because Virgo, like your Earth, you don't really like people who do that. That's really not something that Virgo really likes. When somebody just kind of like, you make plans with somebody, and then you get like 2 feet into it, and then they just kind of bolt. That's not really something that Virgo's okay with. But I don't know. It's not only that you see it, you may have kind of like, maybe like, whatever this was, you're like, actually that works out better for me. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that works out better for you. Kind of like, yeah, I really needed to catch up on those things. So that's cool. There's some things I really need to get caught up on this weekend. So the fact that this person decided they don't want to do this at the last minute, that's okay. I have things I do need to do, so I'm just going to do those things. It's kind of like, yeah, I'll use this to my advantage. It's not knocking you down. And I'm getting like, you're using the situation to your advantage. When I see ancestors, again, an intuitive reader here, I see that piece of DNA in the middle of the tree, right? But I feel like it's kind of like the DNA ladder there is kind of like things didn't go as you thought they were going to go, but you were ready for the possibilities. And you're like, I can strengthen my situation with this. I can use this to my advantage. I actually do need to get that stuff done. So you're like, no, this is cool. I'll just get ahead on this stuff. I'm not upset about it. This person may be flighty, like back and forth. Because it's like they leave Friday night, and then like somewhere during Saturday, they call you and like, hey, I can come back and keep going. You want to keep doing that? And you're going to be like, oh, you bolted, so I am actually knee-deep in this other situation now that I need to get done, so I can't do that now. When you walked away and changed your plans, I changed my plans too, so sorry, I can't do it now. I mean, if you had stuck around and you had held to the plans like we were supposed to, I'd still be doing that, yeah, but I didn't know what to expect from you, and you just bolted on me, so when you bolted, I don't waste my time. I have things I gotta do. Can't help you. Sorry, can't hang out this weekend now. Things have changed. You know how it is. You know how it is. I don't know. That sounds funny to me. The ghost on their side, it says here regret, which makes me wonder if that's literally how they're going to feel. I think it's kind of like, I'm feeling the ghost kind of like, I don't know if they're getting it. So I don't know if regret is a good way to go about this. Again, intuitive reader, I just kind of go with what I'm feeling here. I don't think they're catching on. Like, I don't think they get it. Like, it's almost like they come and go as they please, and they don't seem to understand that, if they're going to change the rules, other people are going to do what they need to do too. They're not just going to sit there and wait. If this person's going to run in and run out when they feel the whim to do as they want, other people are going to move on and make their own plans and not going to wait. You know what I mean? The bus isn't going to sit there and wait for the kid that just runs in and out of the house and decides at 10 a.m. that they're finally ready to go to school. Bus shows up at 7:30. You either get on or you get off. Or you get on or you don't. If you don't get on, that's your problem. The bus is not going to sit there till you're good and ready to go. It's not going to happen. That's the energy I'm feeling. I think the bus is not going to hang out and wait for you. I don't seem to think they're getting it, though. Like, because I kind of feel this weird energy, kind of like, but you said, I get that weird energy. And I feel like you're telling them, like, yeah, well, you ditched me, so I'm not going to sit here and just wait for you all weekend, because you might want to hang out. No, and I can't do that. I have things I got to get done. There's a weird energy that this kind of ends with. I like the word weird lately. It's apparently my word of the year is weird. It is weird, though. You got Winter with the Five of Wands. I don't think there's face-to-face arguments, but I get that there's some discord energy here between you and this person. And there might be a time, like, for a while, you might not hang out, or you might just have very limited connection, just kind of like, you stay over there, I'll stay over here kind of energy, you know what I mean? I don't think there's really, like, an argument happening. I just feel like you're kind of looking at this like, hey, I'm not going to sit here and wait for you. The bus isn't going to just sit here and wait for you all day. I'm going to do what I need to do. And you need to accept that I'm not going to approach you because I have nothing to apologize for. But if you want to approach me and talk about it, we can talk about it. But I'm not going to approach you because I didn't do anything wrong. You're the one who ditched me. And their energy seems to be kind of like, they just don't get it. They seem to feel like, like you let them down, which is not how that worked. That's literally not how that worked. Yeah, because there's discord here. There's just lack of communication due to discord. It may last a while. The thing with Virgo, because I'm feeling a very earth thing here, I think this is part of this reading, why we're kind of pushing this forward. The longer you're mad, the longer you're going to stay mad. And I'm not feeling you like fuming angry, but kind of like when you hold your ground, you will hold your ground. And the longer you hold it, the more you want to hold it. Be aware of that. It may be easier or more beneficial if you decide to. It's completely, obviously, up to you. But if you wait for this person to approach you, this could just be more effort than it's worth. It may be better for you to approach them. I know that seems unfair, but it may be better than letting this just kind of drag on, because it could drag on for quite a while, for months or years, is what I'm getting. It could. Which I'm kind of shocked, but for some of you, it could go on for years, where there's just discord energy there and the lack of communication. To the point where, where some people get to that point in life, like you don't remember what you were mad about, but you're just like, we used to get along so well, but now we don't. And I don't know. I know we were arguing about something, but I don't remember what we were arguing about. I don't remember what we were mad about. It could be one of those situations. This could be the beginning of one of those situations. Like, I think we all know people who've said that, at one point in life, like, yeah, me and so-and-so had a falling out, but it was so long ago, I don't remember I don't remember why we were angry with each other, and we just grew apart. And I feel like they're just saying this could be one of those situations where you could really grow a distance between you and this person, and it could really damage a connection. The other person doesn't seem to get it. I just keep getting that they don't seem to get it. If you don't want that to happen, this is your opportunity to realize it's not saying, like, you don't want, like, you need to stay with your truth, but approaching it to work it out so it doesn't become a big problem or a big issue. It's something that really drives a wedge between you and this person. The longer it goes, the bigger the wedge gets. That type of thing. Up to you. I feel like they're just giving that example. Like, this is the start of one of those situations. So it's up to you how you feel about that, what you want to happen with it. Because the other person, I'm getting again and again, the other person just not getting it. Not getting it. So, all right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.